Thanks for being here. So let's dive right into it. If you are new, my name is Mamleyoku Godwins. I am the founder of EPA Worldwide, and I'm also the CEO of Kera Manual Behavioral Health Services, a place where we render telepsychiatry health services with remote office visits. So if you are new to this channel is mainly about mental health and about parental alienation. Okay, parental alienation education. I advocate against parental alienation. I encourage both parents to team up to raise their kids, no matter whether they are married or divorced. We have parents living in a divorced environment that are facing this phenomenon of parental alienation. Which I also know parents that complain they are living together, still married, but one parent is facing alienation. I've talked about that, watch my previous videos to get to understand the phenomenon or the concept. If you have any questions, reach out on Instagram, EPA_worldwide, or on my Facebook page, EPA Worldwide. I have another Facebook page, Kera Manual BHS, and also Instagram, Kera Manual_BHS, or TikTok, Kera Manual_BHS. So the question here is, or it's a statement: absent fathers will never understand how they emotionally damage their children. And that is true. But if you ask me, what is most damaging? Okay, what is most traumatizing? What is most emotionally destructive? What is most psychologically destructive? Is a parent that alienates the kids from the other parent. A parent that grooms the kids to hate the other parent. A parent that psychologically trains the children to not like another parent. You know what that does to a child? When they grow up, they become people who don't trust. They have trust issues. They become people who lack self-confidence. And research suggests that these children also are children that have a lot of problems with their emotions, with their behavior, with their academic performance. So if you ask me, children that are struggling because of an absentee parent, which is not just the mother or father or just the father, when a child is with you, that early stage from birth to 8, 9, 10 years, those are the vital ages. By the time a child gets to second grade, whatever structure you give them, that is what they are going to be left with. If you teach them their father don't care, their mother don't care about them, their mother is this, their mother is that, if that child themselves don't grow, with me, I keep saying what helped my case is the fact that I was involved. You pushing me, I'm like a bulldozer, I'm not going. He will be in school. By the time you realize I'm in his school having lunch with him. I will show up randomly, unexpectedly at his school just to have lunch with him. Just so those little things keep him wondering, but they say my mom don't care, but she did this. So these are the things I did. I never gave up. I never backed out, even though I was. And then I used this medium also to sublimate, whereby the negative thing I was dealing with, transferred it into education, into raising awareness. So that also made it possible for those who didn't understand the truth and believed the lies, got to hear my side of the truth. What in my eyes, what is my truth? It may not be your truth too, but it's my truth. So I put it here, and those who are involved in the cases, they heard me, they listened to me, they watched my videos, and they took what they would take out of it. So it is really the person that the child grew up responsibility to make sure that that child gets exposed to the mother who is now present or the father who is now present. If after that effort, that father, which majority of the time the father will not be present and will not want to be present, they want to live their life, but they want to be able to blame it on somebody, that it is you the mother who has the children that prevented them from participating in their life. In my case, I don't have to. The good thing about my case is I don't have to explain to my kids who their father is, why their father don't want to be involved in their life, why this, why that. In fact, that topic is the least spoke about in my home. We have so much to do that we don't have time to put into that negative, anything negative that don't help them in their development. When we're talking about anything and there is misunderstanding in my home, it's about their behaviors. It's about, listen, we have come a long way now. I need to start seeing change, or you need to be compliant, or you need to get home from school at this time, or just normal things, you know. Am I happy about that? No. Am I happy that maybe a child closed from school and he's supposed to be home at 3 but decides to be on the bus with his friends and get home at 3:30? No. It's 30 minutes, it's 1 hour, but I'm not happy about it because I am accountable the minute you left school, the minute you are out of the school. I am responsible. Your school is no longer responsible. Your teachers are no longer responsible. And another thing is, when there is an absentee parent in America, they value fathers a lot. So when you are a single mother and you don't put your feet down, you are not careful, sometimes you face a lot of disrespect from the child's school teachers or their counselors or their principals. You face a lot of disrespect. So what I have done is I have a professional email that I use, and then I have a auto signature that comes off underneath it. So when they read, they know your status, they know who you are. That makes them to be careful in the way they communicate with you or interact with you. The amount of disrespect that they will want to accord to you is limited. You understand? So another thing you can do is get an academic coach that will help you with meeting with your kids' your kids' teachers, counselors, and the right language to use, the right things to say. That helps also, because once you use certain language, it helps them to know that, hey, this person knows what they're talking about, and that also helps. Yeah. So yes, studies have shown that these kids that have absentee fathers, they have low test scores. That's what it says. That's what study says. I wouldn't agree with that in 100% of the instance. You know why? We have kids that are becoming doctors in the hands of single mothers. We have kids that are becoming tech gurus in the hands of single mothers. We have kids that are becoming the best entrepreneurs in the hands of single mothers. So yes, the emotional and psychological feeling of loss, or that identity gap that they feel, that vacuum, can go a lifelong with them. But it is also the nurturing process that could have changed that. It is the nurturing process. Like, let me tell you something. I always recommend this book. I'm going to show you this book. I'm not advertising. It's not a paid advertisement, but I'm telling you, this book is a wonderful book. What Happened to You? Do you see it? Okay. What Happened to You? This is a conversation on trauma, resilience, and healing by Dr. Bruce D. Perry and Oprah Winfrey. This book will help you understand trauma, adverse childhood experiences, when the child have an absentee parent, when a child grows from a broken home, when a child goes through trauma. In this book, Dr. Bruce spoke about how his father told him that had it not been my curiosity trying to find out what is under your, he said one episode, just single event, single instance of almost like a one night stand kind of thing, where he made an attempt to find out what is under his mother's skirt, like Dr. Bruce wouldn't become into existence, would not come into existence. So you see how, would you say that Dr. Bruce got stuck in that state of mind and hated himself so much and psychologically got drained? He made his self-esteem, he got ripped off his self-esteem. He got ripped off his emotions. He got ripped off everything just to remain feeling pity for himself? No. Otherwise, he would not become a psychiatrist. And he's a child psychiatrist too. He wouldn't. But look at Oprah Winfrey. If you ever follow Oprah Winfrey's story, similar instance. Look at me. I was abused sexually in my marriage. I was abused physically in my marriage. I was abused psychologically in my marriage. I was abused verbally in my marriage. I tell you, it got to a point where my self-esteem was so much damaged. But here I am today. I have full control of me. I have gotten my associate degree, my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, and I chose the path of psychology, psychiatry. I chose this path because I have experienced it, and I have known how my studies in psychiatric mental health nursing has made impact on my cognition, my cognitive health, and how it has positively helped me grow to become who I am today. So yes, an absentee father or mother, in this case we're talking about fathers, can have a huge psychological, emotional, and traumatic impact on a child a whole lifetime. But the choice is yours to make. The choice is yours to decide, I want to remain in this feeling. I want to remain feeling low about myself. I want to remain feeling sad. I understand the impact of the identity role it plays in it. But what I would suggest is get help. Get emotional help. Get psychoeducational help. Get psychotherapy. Get somebody who is not only going to understand your work and hold your hand professionally through the process of healing to arrive at where you need to be, where you will own who you are, where you will own that identity of yours, that you will own and say, hey, this is me. I don't have a father, but I'm happy. I don't have a mother, but I don't need a mother to put that crown on me on my wedding day before I will feel whole. I understand your friends are there. I understand your friends have their mothers doing that for them. But you don't have a mother doing it for you. And so what? Would you rather have a mother that will hurt you, that be around you and hurt you? That don't mean well for you, that don't wish you well, but is there showing face, showing up just to save face? Would you rather have a father that is present physically? Oh, that's my father. but it's not providing that emotional need you need? Would you rather have a father there and psychologically gaslighting your mother or your father, the other, whichever way, to you? Would you rather have a parent like that? Or you rather come to the understanding that, hey, my father wasn't there, but my mom did their best to get me where I am. My mother is not there, but my father did the best that they could for my life, and today I am who I am today. If you are not lucky enough to have the parent that is present to help you, hold your hand, groom you, and not psychologically torment your life, destroy your perception about your mom that is not there, about your father that is not in your life, then if you are not lucky to have that, but you have the opposite, the one that will destroy your other parent, manipulate you to hate the other parent, play with your emotions, groom you so you grow up to have trust issues, to be always watching your shoulders, to not feel confident in yourself, to have self-esteem issues, then what I would say is, at this point in your life as an adult, no more time to cry. No more time to be looking back of what happened that you don't have control over. When I teach or when I do counseling, I see veterans, I see individuals, I see families, I see anybody, right? Adults, adolescent to adult age. That's my practice, concentration. Those I'm licensed across the lifespan, but that's the group I see most of the time. I like to teach people to understand that what you don't have control over is anything outside you. What you do have control over is you and everything within you. So at some point, you have the call to make. You have the call to make, to decide, I want to heal. I want to grow past this. I want to overcome. I want to achieve that traumatic growth, post-traumatic growth, and then seek the necessary help, seek the necessary guidance, seek the necessary professional direction to get to that juncture. Once again, here we are to an end of another episode, and today we were talking about absentee fathers and their impact on their children, because somebody have a question, and the question, because somebody made a statement that absent fathers would never understand how they emotionally damage their children. It's sad, and I will not lie to you that it's not. I will not give you false assurance that it's not. It is sad, but how long are you going to remain feeling that way about your father or your mother? That's the question. How long? The truth is the truth. What the person said is the truth. Absent fathers will not understand, will never understand how they emotionally damage their children. True, that's a fact. But what is most damaging, emotionally draining, emotionally destructive, right, is that parent, a father or a mother, that alienates, that manipulates, that gaslights, right, and psychologically grooms a child against the other parent. That is my message. So share it to a friend and let us all circulate it, and let's grow this channel together. Join my family, Epa lovers, and let's grow together. Kindly like this video for me. Leave me a comment. I love to read from you. What do you think? Do you think a father that is absent is more damaging to a child's health, or a father that gaslights, that manipulates, that psychologically grooms? Which is which? I don't think both of them are good. None of those are good. But one is more damaging than the other. Tell me which one. What do you think? Explain. Don't just say this one, but explain. Let me know your thoughts on this. All right? And I'll see you again. Ciao.